Shalom and welcome to Biblical Hebrew Bereishit. Bereishit chapter 1 verse 7. V'ya'as Elohim et harakia v'yavdel bein hamayim asher mitachat larakia uvein hamayim asher me'al larakia vahi chen. Traditional translation: And God made the expanse, and it separated between the water that was below the expanse and the water that was above the expanse, and it was so. V'yas, the traditional translation, and so made. The vav is a prefix that means and. Ya'as is a verb that means to do, to work, to make, or to produce. Elohim, the traditional translation, is God. It is a masculine noun that means God, goddess, godlike one, works or special possessions of God, or the true God. It comes from the root word Elo. It's a masculine noun that means God or false god. Et is a particle. It's a sign of the definite direct object. It's not translated in English, but generally precedes and indicates the accusative. Harakia, traditional translation, the expanse. The he is a prefix that means the. Rakia is a masculine noun that means extended surface, expanse, or firmament. It comes from the Hebrew root raka, which is a verb that means to beat, to stamp out, to overlay, or to make a spreading. V'yavdel, traditional translation, and it separated. The vav is a prefix that means and. Yavdel is a verb that means to separate, to divide, to set apart, to make a distinction, to divide into parts, set apart, sever, or difference. Bein, traditional translation, between, is a preposition that means between or among. Hamayim, traditional translation, the water. The he is a prefix, it means the. Mayim is a masculine noun that means water or waters. Asher, traditional translation, that. It's a conjunction that means that, when, since, or as. Mitachat, traditional translation, was below. The mem is a prefix that means from. Tachat is an adjective that means under or beneath. It comes from the Hebrew root word tawach, which is a masculine noun that means lowly. Larakia, traditional translation, the expanse. The lamed is a prefix that means to or for. Rakia is a masculine noun that means extended surface, expanse, or firmament. It comes from the Hebrew root word rakah, which is a verb that means to beat, to stamp out, to overlay, or to make a spreading. Uvein, traditional translation, and. The vav is a prefix that means and. Bein is a preposition that means between or among. Hamayim, traditional translation, the water. The he is a prefix that means the. Mayim is a masculine noun that means water or waters. Asher, traditional translation, that. It's a conjunction that means that, when, since, or as. Me'al, traditional translation, was above. The mem is a prefix that means from. All is a conjunction that means above, over, beyond, upon, or adjoining. Larakia, traditional translation, the expanse. The lamed is a prefix that means to or for. Rakia is a masculine noun that means extended surface, expanse, or firmament. It comes from the root word raka, which is a verb that means to beat, to stamp out, to overlay, or to make a spreading. Vahi, traditional translation, and it was. Chen, it's an adjective that means so. It comes from the root word kun, which is a verb that means to be firm, to be stable, or to be established. Thanks for listening. Shalom.